everybody, welcome back to the Jensensory YouTube channel with me, Jen. Hope you're all doing okay. Today's offering is a sensory art video and we'll carry on our lovely spring theme that I've got running all the way through April. Now, I've done some sensory art videos before, and if there's anything I want you to take away from those videos, it's this, that it is about the process, not about the outcome. Now, I know that can sometimes be a challenge if we're thinking about thematic ways of working, but I'm going to hopefully help you to understand how you can still have a theme and you can still have an overarching idea that you want to achieve, but you can still celebrate the process while you do it. Now, today's activity is multi-channeled, so it's offering lots of different sensory inputs to try and give that really nice holistic way of learning. So the more channels that we can stimulate while we do these sensory activities, the more our learner has a really strong chance of building up all of those synapses in their brain, building all those neural pathways and creating a really holistic, meaningful experience. What that's also going to do is improve memory. So again, repeat this activity over and over again and you've got a stronger chance of them remembering what to do, starting to kind of get those cognitive skills up so that they kind of know what's expected of this activity, can start to anticipate what's going to happen next time they do it, and build lots and lots of lovely neural pathways in their brain. So without further ado, I'm going to talk you through what you need for this activity. So to start off with, you need some paint. I've put them in my lovely little ramekins that I use for everything, purely from a presentation purpose. I sometimes think if we present things in a beautiful way and in an aesthetically pleasing way and in a way that's respectful to the resources, you're automatically creating that air of curiosity for your learner. You're making it into a oh, wow kind of experience that you want. You want to evoke that feeling in your learner of this is a precious thing to do, this is a nice thing to do, and I respect it enough to present it in a nice way. So that's why presentation is key, I think. Just got two different shades of pink here. You can use whatever shades of pink you've got. You can use baby pink or cerise pink or shocking pink, whatever pink you want to use. I would say colour is a great way of getting a theme into things. Sometimes as teachers and practitioners, when we've got an overarching theme, we sort of think, oh, what am I going to do for that? But using colour, just keeping the spectrum quite limited, potentially, you could say, can just automatically bring a certain air into it. And then you're not hung up on having to produce a certain thing by the end of it that is so easy to do with a theme. You kind of go, oh, we'll do Easter pictures, we'll do spring pictures, they're going to look like this. Whereas just introducing different colours and letting your learner roll with that is a really great way of just having a theme purely in colour form. So our main sensory stimulus for this activity, alongside the paint, because obviously the paint's going to be the mark-making part of it, is cotton wool. Now I've got the sort of wad one that you can get that's in pleats. That's just a really nice kind of sensation for your learner. Super soft. A lot of learners really like soft textures. Now cotton wool also has a little bit of resistance to it, so again it's going to fire up all those lovely tactile kind of neurons in the brain. But yeah, you can use that as a sort of thing just in the paint for your learner to run their hands over, scrunch up into balls if they want to. Again, you're going to engage your fine motor skills for that. But even if you just line a tray with the cotton wool pleats, just so you've got this really super soft tray for your learner to kind of feel and just move their hands in really slowly and open and close, that can sometimes be enough. So you've got a lovely soft cherry blossom inspired texture to line the bottom of your tray to start your activity off. Now to add the little Jensensory touch to this, I've got some Febreze here. This is Blossom and Breeze Febreze, not endorsed by Febreze at all. I just use it a lot in my learning. Smell is such an overlooked scent and it's one of the most important ones for building memory. It's the same part of our brain. Olfaction is all part of that limbic system structure that's related to behaviour and emotion and mood, and most importantly memory. So if you're looking to create those really lovely meaningful experiences for your learner, engage the sense of smell, engage that olfactory sense. It's just going to kind of add that extra multisensory dynamic to it, and it's often one that we really don't use enough. So all I'm going to do is just mist that in the scent. Wow, it's going everywhere. And leave those to dry, and that will smell beautiful when your learners are just running their fingers through it. Oh, I wish we had smell-o-vision, it's smelling beautiful in here. But yeah, you can just run your fingers over that, and every single time that learner runs their fingers over it, then they're going to get that lovely scent coming off it that's lovely and floral, and again gets the theme in without it taking away from what your learner really needs from the experience. And that, my friends, is essentially it. So you can do this in a couple of ways. You can just use individual sheets of paper or card. As I say, you can line the bottom of a tray with the paper to start off with on the bottom, and then pop the cotton wool over the top, and then just add the paint and let your learner do what your learner is going to do. Okay, we are not about going, come on, we need to move it like that. Oh no, that's not really what I wanted Cherry Blossom to look like. No, don't go through that at all. Literally, let your learner explore it themselves. Just let them move their hands however they want to. If they want to drag it like that, if they want to pick it up, if they're able to do so, and drag it around, let them do it. If they've got really limited fine motor control and it takes them 20 minutes to even process that there's something nice and soft under their hands, but then in minute 21 they start opening and closing their hands really, just those tiny small movements, again, that's their art, that's great. If you've got learners who are ready for early sequencing, it's a really good one to be able to dip and dab if they want to do that. Again, you can have that on symbols and things if you want to, so dipping, dabbing on, dipping, dabbing on. You're going to get a mix of the two colours together, which is visually going to look really beautiful, but do not force this. Do not make it into an activity that it's not. It's just a really nice sensory experience. Don't be too hung up on the end result of this one. What you can also do with this activity is completely cover a table or a wheelchair tray or whatever you're using with a big roll of paper, and just let your learner move the cotton wool around in the paint. It's so good to do that big scale art sometimes. It's really nice to just have big rolls of paper, lots of cotton wool all over it, scented cotton wool, more to the point. You can have balls, you can have some big rolled pleats if you want to, and just let them open it. Some learners will do that with it. It's fine, don't worry about it, and just let them move about, see what happens, have a really good old explore with it, and actually visually it looks beautiful when it's done. Now, if you want to take the kind of branches theme even further and just finish off the work, sometimes what is quite nice to do is, once that is all over and you've got all your lovely sort of cherry blossom pictures, whether you've done them individually or using a roll, is to get a black Sharpie or a black marker pen and join up all of the gaps, because that's just going to kind of create a little bit of a branch to what you're doing. So again, you haven't dictated it beforehand, so you haven't just kind of done an imprint and kind of gone, right, all of the branches are going to look the same, and then the kids are going to just paint on top of it, and that's our cherry blossom pictures that we're doing because it's spring. You're not doing that. You're letting your children, letting your learners roll with it and put the marks wherever they want to put the marks, wherever their hands allow them to put the marks, and then you afterwards are joining up all of the lovely marks that they've made to create their own branch, their own piece of cherry blossom art. super simple sensory spring-based art. So please do let me know if you use this one. Share those pictures with me. I love seeing them. So please do share it around. And as always, like the video down below if you like what you saw today, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so you can get more ideas like this in your life. I'll see you next time for a brand new video, but until then everybody, take care, have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye!